Welcome to episode 5 of our Sky Princess Norwegian Fjords vlog series. In this episode we're in the beautiful port of Olden. We order breakfast using the Sky Princess tack. Will we go hungry? There's an amazing sail away, and we're celebrating our 20th wedding anniversary. Olden can be found deep in the Nordfjord and has a population of around 500. Encompassing the largest glacier on European mainland, the Skjolden, there is over 310 miles of glacier surrounding Olden as part of the national park. Now come with us as we sail into this beautiful port.
Right then, Paulie Morgan's still snuggled in bed and a bit peckish, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're gonna suss out ordering something on the TV because we've talked about the app. The app hasn't worked for us or for a lot of people. If I come round here, and Paul's gonna order something. So if you see the top right hand corner, Paul's gonna click on that. Right. So it's the same menu that comes up on the app, actually, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
you should go over to food.
Yeah. And we wanted just the little breakfast rolls, didn't we, Paulie? Are they under hot food or sandwiches? There it is. The Princess Egg Muffin. As you can see, they're complimentary. So, and we need to just add quantity 2.
Well, now that'll do, won't it?
Yeah, well, I just want a little nibble before we go out for a wander.
I don't know.
So go to order now. So we've current order, the box is empty. Past order, the box is empty. It's 10:15, so I don't know. Order status, see what's preparing, Paul. Is anything preparing?
No, it means what's the staying at is ordered,
Yeah.
and then when it's preparing, it should go across to preparing.
I see. Your order's been created and a crew member will deliver it soon. You may now leave the screen. Okay. So, as we said, it's 10:16, as you can see. Oh, look at the date, Paulie. Oh, it's a special day today. That's why we're having 2 Princess Egg McMuffins. It's our wedding anniversary, 20 years. Woo!
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. So, well, we'll let you know how we get on.
Yeah.
So we'll come back when if it arrives and what time it does as well. So that's more positive than using the app on your phone, because our app on the phone we haven't been able to order anything. So we'll let you know. Exciting times, look. Exciting times. It's gone to preparing. Ooh. So that's within a minute. Let's see when it comes to serving. Right, so it's now 10:20 and it's moved over to serving. So that's 6 minutes then, Paul, isn't it?
Yeah, but obviously when they knock on the doors, so I'll believe it.
Yeah, that's true. So there we are, it's arrived. And look at the time, let's go back to the telly. It's 10:29, so that is 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10:17 or something.
10:15 we started
10:15,
ordering.
yeah,
10:16 the order went in. Yeah. So let's have a look then, Paulie Morgan. Is it what we ordered is the next thing? They look like 2 little... Yeah, 2 little egg McMuffins. Ah, perfect. Well, brilliant. So there you are. So even though our app's not working, if you do want something delivered to your room, then the TV's the way to go. Right, so our breakfast muffins were good, weren't they, Paulie?
Lovely.
So we're off to explore Olden. Look at this. Fabulous. So we're going to get ready and get out and explore now.
As you leave the ship, you'll find various modes of transport waiting for you. There's a coach that transfers you to the Lowen lift, which takes you 3,000 feet to the top of the mountain. There's a hop-on, hop-off bus, which takes you to the Briksdal Glacier, And there's also our favourite mode of transport, a Noddy Train. Can you guess which one we chose?
This excursion will last approximately 1 hour and 10 minutes and will offer you a round trip to the Lake of Olden and back to the ship.
Right then.
Right down.
So we've got on the Noddy Train. I'll show you that in a moment. Literally outside the ship, we paid £25 each, just over £26. It was €30 a person, and we are on an hour and 10-minute trip just around Olden. And this is our first stop. How amazing is this? You can see our Noddy Train there. So it's up to you. Obviously excursions were available if you want to go up to the glacier, but there's a hop on, hop off bus and the Noddy Train. So
And with the Noddy Train as well, they take krona, euros, or you can pay on a card, which is what we did.
yes, so there we are. So we'll show you a bit more of Olden in a moment. Right then, so we've just had a great hour on the Noddy Train, haven't we, Paulie?
It's been really enjoyable, to be fair.
Ours was red. In fact, ours is up here. So they've just dropped us at the shopping centre, which is not far from the ship.
It's going without us.
No, it's run! No. We decided to get off here because there's a shopping mall here. We might get a beverage or two before we walk back to the ship, which looks about a 15-20 minute walk, but we'll let you know how long that is. But interestingly, with this Noddy Train, we were sat at the back and there was a gentleman in a wheelchair. So if you've got accessible needs, like Paul's dad, we thought that'd be great for your dad, wouldn't it?
There's only space for one wheelchair on each Noddy Train, so...
yeah, but it's good to know.
It's good to know, yeah. Don't feel like you can't go on it if you're in a wheelchair, because you can.
Exactly.
In our last episode, we gave you an idea of what groceries cost in Norway, and we're very pleased to report that the price of broccoli is stable at 16 NOK. And in case you are interested, here's the price of some other goods too. After a good mooch around the shops, we headed off back to the ship. As I'm sure you're aware, Shopping is definitely not my favourite pastime, but the scenery on the walk back to the ship definitely lifted my spirits. Back on the ship, we headed straight up to the sun decks, ready for sail away. The pub on the quayside is famous for giving cruise ships the best send-off, but unfortunately, due to copyright laws, we can't play those songs to you. So just imagine us dancing along to I Am Sailing by Rod Stewart, Rockin' All Over the World by Status Quo, and Time to Say Goodbye by Andrea Bocelli. In recognition of the great send-off, the captain responded with the Love Boat theme.
Make you jump a little bit, Paulie.
Just need to nip back to the room for a change of underwear.
Oh, brilliant. This is one of the best.
Maybe the captain didn't like it because they were playing Time to Say Goodbye, which is what MSC always play when they leave port, so they drowned it out with a Love Boat.
What a fabulous sail away there, Paulie Morgan. Right then. So that was Olden, and how beautiful. I know we've said it loads of times, but if you're booking a cruise to Norway, definitely make sure Olden's on your itinerary. Anyway, back on the ship, and I don't know if we mentioned earlier, but it's our 20th wedding anniversary today.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
So we've had the whole fantastic...
4 gloriously happy years. Yeah. We've been married for 20, but I've had 4...
I know each other's 28.
Yeah, and I've had 4 gloriously happy years.
Anyway, we've had how special to spend it in Olden on a beautiful ship with some fabulous friends.
Yes, it's been brilliant.
It has been brilliant. So for dinner, we booked this before we got on the ship. But actually, we had to. That was another. We're talking about the app. We couldn't do it through the app to get a table for 8, so we contacted Princess Direct and they sorted it out for us, didn't they? So that's good. And we went to Sabatinis, which is the specialty restaurant. One of the specialty restaurants on board. There's 3, isn't there? There's Sabatinis, Crown Grill and Bistro sur Mer. So we chose Sabatinis, which is an Italian restaurant. It is an additional cost of $25 per person, and we had a fantastic table, didn't we? In the sort of an area that was quite private.
It was. I don't know whether it was because they knew we were going to be rowdy, so they tucked us away in a little special room, or it was a treat for us.
It was lovely. And we had a meal with a fabulous company, Tristan and Justin of the Cruise Boys, Bob and Holly of Innocents Abroad, and Jackie and Alfie, who've just been brilliant company, haven't they, Paul? Just such great friends. And so service with Harry was superb. I started with cheese soup. We both started with cheese soup, didn't we?
It's described as a fondue, but it's...
Yeah.
You know, if you get down to the nitty-gritty of it all, it was a cheese soup.
Yes.
And it was very nice.
It was delicious. Then I had some lamb skewers, and you had calamari. My lamb skewers were just absolutely divine. Your calamari...
My calamari was nice, but it wasn't very hot.
Mm.
It was sort of lukewarmish, but it was nice. But if it had been hot, it would have been bang on.
Then I chose the risotto, or as Holly would say, risotto.
Yeah.
Mushroom, and that was so tasty, and I loved it. You went for, they did like a combination of 3 main courses, didn't they? A lasagna.
Well, there was, your risotto was like a middle, so you had sort of 2 startery things, and then you could have 2 sort of main things. And the first lot of main things is you had the risotto, and I chose a trio, which was lasagna, some sort of like almost like macaroni cheese, and a third one which I can't remember the name of. And he said, "Oh my God," he said, "they're so filling that you won't even want like second
Dinners.
Sound like a hobbit now, second breakfasters." And I have to say I was underwhelmed by it would be an understatement. It was just, the one was just bland as anything. The lasagna was a bit dry. The third one, which I can't remember the name of.
Well, I'll put the menus up here so they can see.
So it was the third. That was nice and juicy, but I probably left 75% of it. And the waiter said, "Oh, see, look, I told you that was filling, didn't I?" And I said, "No, mate, it's just not very good."
Yeah, you were disappointed.
And he did offer
yes.
me to bring me something else, but it's just like, I thought, well, no, it was it just wasn't. If you go to an Italian restaurant and you order bangers and mash, you've got to expect it not to be good. But when you order what's their speciality trio of wonderfulness, I was very, very disappointed.
Yes. However,
everybody else...
Yeah, everyone else's food was great. But there we are. And then I had a fish parcel, which by then I was really stuffed because the food, mine, like I said, was delicious. So I had a few prawns and it had all scallops and stuff. Tasty, but I just didn't want to finish that. And then we thought, right, we'll have a look at the dessert menu, but then they presented us with a lovely cake and they sang happy birthday, didn't they? Happy birthday! happy anniversary to you. So that was a lovely touch, wasn't it? And the cake...
Do you want to sing that?
No, I
That
don't.
was beautiful.
It wasn't. And the cake was delicious, wasn't it?
The cake almost made up for the trio, to be honest.
It did.
Yeah.
And the other guys had this like Ferrero Rocher pudding that looked absolutely
looked
amazing.
yeah.
And Holly had a sort of a quartet of puddings which looked amazing too. Well, they all said it was lovely, wasn't it?
It was lovely, yeah.
And then we'd be recommended to try a Sorrento Sunset, which is an additional cost. It's a cocktail, which is a limoncello and Chambord based cocktail, which
it comes out in a martini type glass, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I can best describe it as like had a snowball stuck on top of it. Not the drink snowball, mind the snowball that you would throw
like a
at
slushy, wasn't it? It was like a...
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't...
it grew on me a little bit, but I don't think Alfie was overly keen either, was he, really?
Well, everyone was getting brain freeze, weren't they? So, and it was very tart. You're not a lemon fan, are you? So I don't know why you chose it, really.
A lemon fan?
Lemon. But overall, it was a lovely experience. The company was superb. We had a magical evening, actually, didn't we?
The experience was brilliant. I couldn't have asked for anything more.
And the service was top notch. Yes. And next up, we went to the theatre, to Princess Theatre.
Yes, and it was the full show, because we had like a little snippet at the start of the week, but it was the full show. Fireworks on 4 strings, Christopher Watkins, the amazing violinist.
Yeah, and it was brilliant.
It was.
He's such a talented guy and tells some very funny stories too. So here's a little bit of Christopher Watkins here. And we thoroughly enjoyed it, didn't we? We got front row seats, and it was really good. He had a few issues with his guitar thing, didn't he? And he was just making a joke of it as like support. I don't know what you call them.
I mean, I would have called it his violin thing because he was playing guitar.
Did I?
Well, you can watch it back.
Ah,
The
but he was
amazing
making a joke.
violinist Christopher Watkins had trouble with his guitar.
Oh no, it's violin.
Yeah.
But absolutely fantastic, and the orchestra. Well, the whole set.
Yeah.
It's such a talented cast on this ship, isn't there?
Yes.
As in. Well, just the musicians and everything. So, so thank you for that, Christopher. That was amazing. We loved it.
It was.
Yeah, it was really good. And then we went to, we thought, let's just have a nightcap somewhere. And we ended up at Good Spirits, which seems to be our regular haunt, doesn't it, at the end of the night with all the gang. And we've had some just hilarious conversations, haven't we?
Conversations that could never, ever be repeated.
No. But again, a fabulous night. And not the first time, we'd seen this butterfly cocktail that they do there, but we hadn't seen it being made.
No.
And it's the one, well, I'll show you now. It actually turns colour, doesn't it, when you put the lime juice in? So that's quite a funny thing to do, isn't it?
It turns colour.
Well, it turns from...
It changes colour.
Oh, yes, it changes colour. It turns colour.
Oh,
I don't know. My words are rubbish, aren't they? Why can't I speak sometimes?
Because you're a silly Billy. So it turns colour. When you pour in, I think it's lime juice you pour in.
I said that.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Trouble is, you say stuff.
But Holly enjoyed it, didn't she?
Yeah.
You had one the night before and you weren't that fussed, were you?
It was awful, the one the night before. I don't know what went wrong with that, but it was just nasty.
But I quite enjoy a porn star martini, but they don't actually do them there. But they do something like, it was called a passionita.
Passionita, yeah.
And that was delicious.
That was nice, yeah. I had one of them. It was very nice.
So we had a fun night there, but by about 12:30 I was getting a little bit peepersome and I was a bit tired. And we were very sensible and we went to bed.
We did.
So there we are. So that's our fantastic day in Olden. It was just absolutely beautiful.
It was.
Join us in the next episode where we're in the port of Stavanger and we show you more of the beautiful Sky Princess.